Joe Biden's biggest Democrat challenger, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., is holding steady at around 20% support amongst Democrat voters in the latest primary polls.
And former Ohio Congressman Dennis Kucinich is officially coming out of political retirement as RFK taps him for campaign manager.
Dennis Kucinich joins us now with more from the trail. Dennis, great to see you this morning. Glad to have you on the program.
Wow. It's great to be with you. And hello, Fox.
Good morning to you. Tell us, okay, you're running the campaign from RFK Jr. As you guys see it, what's the path? How do you see the lane for RFK Jr. to step in and win the Democratic nomination over Joe Biden?
I think not just Democrats, but I think all Americans are waiting to be united, to put aside all the divisions that have plagued our country in so many years. And Robert F. Kennedy is a unity candidate. He's somebody who has the capacity to reach out and heal the divides which have tormented our country and have separated us, liberal, conservative, right, left, Democrat, Republican. We now have a candidate in Robert F. Kennedy Jr. who has the capacity to take America to the highest octave and to heal all these divides. So, I mean, I think the path is one that is how people feel about him. It's people like him. People have a sense of history about him, and they trust him.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the things I've always liked about you too, Dennis. I've always felt, I don't agree with many of your positions, all of your positions, but I've always felt like you were an honest broker, and I feel the same way about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. That said, you talk about this divide. I think Americans are coming together on a lot of issues that the establishment Republicans don't admit and the Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton warmonger group don't admit, and that is on peace. RFK Jr. and Donald Trump, two prominent candidates on both sides of the aisle, both agree that the war in Ukraine, for example, is something that we shouldn't be involved in. We can bring Americans together on that.
I would agree. And, of course, looming behind that is the danger of expanding war, is the danger of World War III. And it appears that the people who are making these decisions right now are not really mindful of the great threat that is in the background if we do not find a way to resolve this. And diplomacy is something that not just myself, but Mr. Kennedy understands. He wants America's role in the world to be cooperative. He doesn't want to be rattling sabers. He understands the cost in human life and the cost to the American budget. The other thing, you had this story a little bit earlier about the FBI spying on people. Mr. Kennedy is totally opposed to that kind of an approach. When he's elected, there won't be the spying. The freedom of speech will be protected. Freedom of religion will be protected. He is the kind of leader who has the capacity to look at the deeper emotional and spiritual needs of the country as well and say, look, let's reclaim what it means to be an American. And let's include all of us in that, not just one party, but all of us.
Congressman, in order to get to that point, you got to win the Democrat nomination. He surprised a lot of people coming out of the gates at 20%, including the Biden camp. But they're going to play the freeze-out, block-out game. They're not going to want him on the stage, included in the part of the process. How do you fight to get your candidate in the mix amongst the DNC, which is effectively closed ranks around Joe Biden?
The American people are going to decide this election, not an alphabet organization. And the American people are wise, they are perceptive. It's one of the reasons why Mr. Kennedy's campaign is catching on. And frankly, to have access to the Fox network is very important to our campaign. But we're open to hearing from all the others as well. Mr. Kennedy is someone who's a healer. He's a uniter. He will bring us to a point that we all know America can be. And this is really the message of our campaign. It is healing. It is unity. It is economic progress. It is prosperity. It is peace.
Well, it's
certainly an interesting message. He's bringing up a lot of interesting issues that deserve an airing. We appreciate you jumping on with us this morning and telling us a little bit about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Dennis Kucinich, thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you. We'll see you again. Bye now. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.